Alright, and we are back with episode 2. This one's going to be a bit shorter. I think I'll probably keep these episodes to around a half hour if possible. Just do the first one as the hour-long special, I suppose. And now we're going to figure out what we're going to be doing next. Last episode we finished doing a couple of missions for our military contact, taking out a couple of bounties. So let's see if they got anything else for us. Okay. So here's another thing that you can get from occasionally, is you can get cheap ships from them. So $100,000 for a bulk cruiser, which would be a decent ship for us. We have 252. That would bulk up our forces quite a bit. But we'd have to man it, of course, which can be an issue and annoying. We'll come back to that. Fuel procurement. I'm going to buy fuel and bring it back. So 44. That'll stay there for a few seconds, or a few minutes. Let's see what fuel is going for. So it's selling here for 29, so I could just grab it here or sell ours. Where's the commodities market? Let's see, fuel. To buy it for the cheapest would be, well, we can't, well, we could go to Mustafar. I believe that is, yeah, that's quite far away. Anything close? 20 from there, from Syndria. 20 from Basilisk. We could try heading there and getting it cheap. And bring it back. That would give us some money. Let's see, were there any ships I wanted to buy before I drop all that money on a bulk cruiser? Because yeah, you can see there's something for 100k, but in the market it's 275, so quite cheap. So we could get that. I would like to get a freighter, but that's expensive, and since we're mostly doing military jobs, well, the bulk cruiser's got a decent cargo on it. What do ours have? 250, 250, 250, and he's not gonna have much. So the bulk cruiser itself is a decent freighter, actually. So I think I will buy that from our contact. And detailed info, yeah. And we will buy it. How long does we have to do for that? And we'll accept it. We can do that. 60 days. Should be plenty of time to do. Now we need to refit our ship, our new bulk cruiser. A lot of hard points on him. See if we can just do the auto fit. Imperial. Yeah, and expensive. Guns are expensive. So twins, yeah, fairly well done. Strobe beam, I don't know what that is. Put a turbo laser there. Yeah, do a dual. Match the other side. Spherical medium, which I don't think we have. There are any more. Quad. Yeah, so this goes have to be that. Auto fire, auto fire, auto fire, auto assign. I don't know why I did that, but since we're not piloting, it won't be that big of a deal. Have to control that many things. One ordnance point left. At least give it, if we can, reinforced bulkheads. So take a few of those. This is going to be our tank. These are fairly tanky ships. Alright, so that's that. Bar. No. We already talked to those officers, I think. Yeah, don't want to tempt one right now. Alright. And also, I forgot to mention earlier in the other episode, is if anyone watching wants to get a ship named after them, or need more crew, a ship named after them, or wants to get made an officer, I can rename officers and rename ships. So you can leave a comment in the post in the comments saying such, and I will do it in the order of which they show up. So that's that. Repair him. Probably need a few more supplies. Never know if we get into a fight. Alright, then we want to go and get fuel, which I believe was Basilisk system. So Sector Basilisk was there we go, Basilisk. Leave, and let's head over that way and speed up. And once again, forgive me, clear my throat and occasionally pausing to cough. Oh, or laboratory. That could be interesting. They usually have some pretty good loot in them. Also, usually have a lot, so don't have the cargo right now, and also getting some skills up to get better scavenging makes those more worthwhile. Because you can lose out a lot of loot if you're doing those too early in the game. Mining stations isn't too bad, usually doing those is fine. But doing it early game on research stations is a good way to waste a lot of your late game loot. So I think we needed 500. New 540. Okay, so let's buy a few more. Since it's cheaper here anyway, let's just fill up. There. Alright, and let's head back home to Coruscant. So let's see what they got here. Gambler. What's he got? Oh, this one? We might do this later. They have some interesting story missions on that place. Storyteller? Any good? Nope, not one we want. But that's a good way to get rumors for high, or not really high-end, but like famous ships to get those extra bonuses that I showed earlier in the other episode. Any officers? One. Aggressive. Yeah, how much do you cost? 2,000? We'll buy it. We'll hire you. See, go to fleet. And I'll put this over here. I'll put the aggressive one in, another one in there. There. So now our two of our better combat ships have aggressive pilots, so they will charge in into all weapons range and just go ham on stuff, which will be helpful. Give me 1 second, get a pause here real fast to cough. Alright, and I'm back. So let's head to Coruscant. Keep thinking they're bad guys, Red. Red's usually pirates in the vanilla game, so Republic always kind of gets me a bit for a second. Coruscant to meet our friend. Deliver fuel. So, there we go. Got 20, we spent about, what? 4,000 or 5,000 or so on fuel. Made back a decent chunk of change there. Any more work? Nanoforge, I don't think we can afford anything. Yeah, only 41k, yeah. An escort carrier could be neat, but don't really want to bulk up that fast already, or that big already, so. Bounties? Really far away, and far away, yeah. So, not right now. Or, oh, get some military bounties. Same thing, far away. Closer. What do they got? We could take that. And for shits and giggles, we'll check the other one. Close and, oh yeah, way out of our league. Those Luddic tankers are quite mean. Way too much for us. I will take this guy. Pretty sure we can handle him fairly easy. Then we got some more money. Probably not enough to sell at. Get anything decent. probably we can get an Arquiton cruiser. But I think maybe another small ship or two would be nice. It's a new one. I haven't seen that one before. Hammer class, or Night Hammer. Huh. That's neat. But I think we'll go with we'll get a Vigil, because getting some small ships to chase down runners is useful. Is there anything in the open market? No. I don't want Arquiton. We need some smaller ships to bulk up our forces and get this black market tartan. That shouldn't get us too bad in black market. Yeah, minimal. So let's fit these guys up. Imperial. That's good. I don't think we really need these. Let's go with auxiliary thrusters. Always good. And then we got 5 points left. Go with the hardened subsystems. You, same thing. And hardened bulkheads, good. Alright. I kind of have mine in the order of combat ability. Makes it easier when I start spawning them in onto and know which level of combat ability the different ships have. We'll get a few more cargo, or a few more crew. I like to have about a 200 or so crew buffer for casualties. So, prepare them. And then we will go get that bounty. Ooh, what are you? Cargo pods. Where are those from? Huh. I don't think that's ours. Someone dropped those off. There's something else on the radar. If you look on the radar, you can see the little triangles, which means there's something just out of range. Some more cargo pods. I don't think these are ours from us when we... Oh, they might be. I think we... Didn't we drop a bunch of that stuff last episode? I didn't think that stuff stayed around that long in hyperspace, so we can go back and sell this stuff real quick. Just a nice little windfall. I've always thought that stuff, once you dumped it in hyperspace, it was pretty much gone almost right away. I know ships stay around for a bit. There's a little extra money. Get a few more supplies. Because since we know we're going into a fight, never know how much damage we'll take. There's our monthly income. It's not a lot, but it does help. Once you start getting colonies going, that's when you start making the big money. Starts off at a negative, you know, because you got to build the colonies up. But once they get established, and depending on how you set them up, you can make hundreds of thousands of credits a month on those. Oh, here we go. That's what I was saying, when you can get changes on some of the stats that your ships have. So robust EMP resistance is not very important. I don't feel, at least. It doesn't seem like a lot of the AI use much in the way of EMP weapons. It might help us against the Star Wars, because a lot of the Star Wars ships do have ion cannons fit, but I personally think that speed is usually pretty much king in most ways here. Because if you can't beat them, you can always run away from them. And another distress call from Delta Anyang. Let's do a cheeky quick save here real fast. And we'll go check that out. I know we tried one last episode, but we kind of got chased away from it. Let's see what they got here. Yep, there we go. Prospector. Yep, this is one of the nice ones. So they call you. You can see what their ships are. Gives you an overview of what is known about the captains. It's got a kind of useless for him fighter uplink. He doesn't have any fighters, but the rest of these are decent for him, so accept. Yeah, see, they want some fuel and they'll pay us a lot of money for it. So yeah, we'll do that. It's also a good way, because most of them are always independent, it's a good way just to passively raise your independent reputation if you just do no payment. But since everyone starts out neutral and we are at the beginning, we do need money. So giving them 30 fuel for 4,500 credits is well worth it. Oh, got a phone call. Alright, and I'm back. Sorry about that. Hopefully I remember to edit that out. But, you know, you can never escape work sometimes, it seems like. So I'll cut the comm link there. And continue. And we could attack if we wanted to, but we don't really want to do that. And, remnants. Those are the AI. They can be kind of scary. They're pretty small, so we can probably take them fairly easy if they decide to come after us. Nope, they're going after them, so we'll just leave them to that. We don't need to get involved. That's just extra damage we don't need to take. Could probably take them with a minimum of damage, but with remnants you can never tell sometimes. They can be pretty mean ships. Very high tech. Alright, now, did it say where we were going? Or did it just say, yeah, just anywhere, so we gotta do a little searching. Turn off autopilot. Let's go look around. Probably usually around the planets or the jump points. Which I think I said before, but my short-term memory is kind of not very good a lot of times, so I'll probably repeat a lot of stuff. Especially since most of it's probably going to be several days between recordings. Oh, a Legion-class battle carrier. That's nice. Oh, that is probably going to be our bounty right there. Yep. And we'll get that Legion leader. There we go. And he used up a lot of his readiness to charge after us like that. So let's move into engage. And let's go in with our... we got plenty of supplies, I think. We'll take in... I don't want to waste that much. Like I said, early game, money handling is key. So there's not very much to this fleet they have, so I think we can just do with us and our small ships. If need be, we can always retreat, call in the bigger guys. So we're going to have the Gazanti escort us. I'll let the other guys just do what they want for now. Should be able to take the small guys by themselves fairly easy. It's just the, this brigantine is what I'm kind of worried about. It is a pirate ship, but it is one of the better ones that they have. A lot of frontal firepower. So it can really, as you can see how much damage it's doing to our shields compared to what we're doing to him. It's about equal until our fighters got in there and start really drawing their fire. So we got to be aggressive here. We don't want them to retreat and drain that flux. There we go. Big guy down, now the Buffalo. They can be kind of mean too, but they don't have any shields, but they do usually have heavier armor. I don't think they have them fit out with heavier armor, considering how fast that we're going through it. Now it's just time to take out the small guys. Wolves, another very efficient small ship. They can be pretty dangerous too, depending on how you handle them. But as like I say, we're early game, so the AI is going to be fairly stupid. You can see we took a little damage there. Not too much. Didn't take down the armor, so we still have full armor, so it's just all basically cosmetic damage right now. And he's running away. Yeah. Faster than our ships, evidently. At least our guys let him get away. But it's just a spade. Essentially like a rowboat with a missile launcher on it. Not very dangerous. And no need to chase them down, just waste more resources. And we're not going to recover any ships because I had no Star Wars ships. A decent haul. Paid back about as much as we spent to put our ships into combat. So, not too bad there. And we can check this carrier. Yeah, see, this would be nice if we were doing a vanilla playthrough, or if I was letting use other ships, because these are very, very effective combat ships. Probably one of my favorite ships to fly around. Oh, forgot to grab it. Take all. There we go. And he's just being annoying there. And we don't really have... well, any planets are here. We can probably do some surveying here. Or yeah, it's expensive because we don't have the... and we gotta level up. So let's do that. So, I got 5 story points, more the experience we get doing other stuff. And we got 1 skill point, which I think I will put into probably salvaging. Yeah. More resources, always good. Or like I said, cargo, you can never really go wrong with that. And fleet repair is nice as well. But I think salvaging right now would do us better off. So we'll do that. Get our burn going again. We'll go up here and see these other ones. I don't know if we'll be able to do the glass giant. They tend to be very expensive too. There we go. Asteroid. Yeah. Is that the same guy? Yep, there you go. See? Damage. The range of these asteroid fields is kind of hard to judge sometimes. But we took a hit there. And which one did we hit? It was... yeah, I missed it. Assuming it was... oh yeah, see? That was a big chunk right there that it took down. And we got 4 days of repairs. And this used a lot of... awful lot of supplies. So we probably don't even have... well, let's do the small one. We can afford that, I think. Only 20. Yeah, nothing. That's kind of annoying. That's kind of weird, especially since Equinopolis world, those usually have a lot of crap on them. Yeah, well, that's annoying. I was hoping to get a level 5 thing out. That'd be worth a lot of money to sell. And if you look carefully on some of these planets, sometimes you can see the little dots sort of orbiting them like that. That's supposed to be like space debris, so be 90. Oof. Yeah, we don't even have the machinery for it, but that's like space debris. To be like satellites and just dirt or just space trash floating around. It means it has most likely has ruins on it because it was settled at one time. So it's a good way to find resources, blueprints for other ships, even ships themselves sometimes. Yeah, see there, our ships repaired it. Used up over half the stuff we had left. So we gotta run back to home. Something. Oh, trader. So yes, if we wanted to mess with Cassadar and make them lose a bunch of ship hull and a bunch of resource income, take out the traders. If we were doing a pirate playthrough, which we could have done, but I wanted to do Empire first, just because I do like the Empire. But if we were doing a Black Sun or even Mandalorian, could probably roleplay that as doing piracy stuff. Just go around and just start blowing up traders, stealing all their stuff and selling them. But you can also do in vanilla as well, because you can start as the pirate faction or the Legio Infernalis, which is basically just a big pirate conglomerate faction. They have some pretty neat ships too. Very focused on fast, maneuverable, and lots of damage, lots of attack power, not as much in the way of defense. Of course not. Alright, then we got some bounties, so we can probably check some of those out. Alright, so yeah, so when you do surveys, there's class 1 through 5, and the price goes up incrementally as you get more, or get higher, so class 1 basically means not much there. So that's I think that was probably the Equinopolis world, they had nothing. Then the other one had a little bit, so I think it had just some like mineral deposit type stuff. Sell all this stuff. There's an extra 11,000 on top of what we got for our bounty. So let's refill our supplies. Like I said, money key. Money. Gotta manage it It's expensive to keep ships running. Does our boss have anything else for us? Just more bounties. That's close. Could take that pretty easy. It's not too far away, really. It's at the edge of our fuel range, as you can see. There's where we, like, short range. That's where, with the fuel we have now, we can buy more, but that's where we'll be able to get to and then have enough fuel to get back to our starting spot. Then the dimmer area is how far we can go without being able to make it back home. That one we could probably take as well. This one... another 10 ships, yeah, I don't think we could take that one. It'd be close. Me piloting my own ship and then the other heavier ships we have, we could probably handle it, but those smaller ships picking at your ankles as you're taking out the big guys can really, really up the difficulty. We'll do that one. Alright, I need to get some more fuel. We need to make it back. So we'll get some of that. We'll bulk up. Same with some more supplies. Yeah, you can see why I really want to get some cargo ships with as much cargo space as that stuff takes up. Yeah, big ones are very expensive. Get a small one, I think. Yeah, I mean, anything here? No. Black market, maybe get lucky. Oh, Ton Falk. That'd be kind of neat. Kind of useless besides for anything but just being carrying the fighters, but 4 fighter bays for that's not bad. No cargo still. What's it got for cargo capacity? 150? Not terrible, but I don't want to spend. It'd take all of our money to fit that up, so I don't really want to do that. I think we have enough to go and take out that bounty without worrying about it. So then we get a tanker, but yeah, outfitting it and everything else would take up pretty much all of our money, so maybe after we do the bounty we'll have enough money. Oh, this is one of the story missions. Yeah, technology, so it's an abandoned, I believe, if I remember right, it's a lost planet that has an old, like, research type thing on it. Yeah, big technology cache. I don't think that's the planet. That might just be a space cache, which I don't think we've run into yet. Just kind of a sort of a vault floating in space full of stuff. Pather, no, we don't need to buy that because we don't care about that too much. At least for this. If it was one of our system, if this planet belonged to us, then yeah, that'd be worth it. That's goods. That's a smuggling thing, and I have never been good at smuggling, so don't want to mess with that. Some people are really good at doing that. I am not one of them. So let's go to our bounty, which is over here. And that's far away. On the way, we could probably hit this one up. So yeah, we'll do that first. Let's see, Toxic World with a dwarf primary. So, well, there's only 2 to choose from. So we'll set course there. Should be an easy one for us to do. Save real fast. I think the timer is about up for this episode, but I think I can squeeze in this one bounty, then come back on the next episode and we'll do the mission bounty we got from our military contact. Said it was a toxic world. Any toxic ones? No. Toxic world's here, so we can immediately jump back out and head to the next system that is. So it should be this one. And it's low warning beacon, not a big deal. Warning beacons just mean that there is hostile AI ships in here, which is the remnants. It goes low, medium, and high. Low just means you might find, just find some small stuff. which usually you can handle fairly easy. They also tend not to really be aggressive. And oh, so we can steal some money. So someone had some money in here. Yeah, 50 years of compound interest. And salvage. There we go. And you can see they're not chasing us down, they're dormant. And there we go, toxic world. They should be around this one, I think. Yep, there they are. And there's someone else right there. Oh, there's two. Huh. So there's two bounties here. That's interesting. Well, neither of them look especially dangerous, so we can take out both of them. We can chase them down. Oh, don't want to keep trying to hit WASD when I'm doing this stuff. There we go. So, 2 destroyers and a bunch of other stuff, so it shouldn't be too bad. And then moving someone enough to chase them down, so that's nice. So we'll bring in our new ship with us, and then our small guys. And once again, get our Gazanti to escort us. And which one of these guys has more hull? Him? We'll have him escort the Brawler, and let the Tartan just go and do whatever he wants. And we'll try and focus on the bigger guys, if we can.
Engage!
And we'll have... where's he at? You. Focus on that guy. Get the big guys out, then little guys should be fairly easy to... well, they took a bunch of our fighters really quick. Oh, there's the alarms. We'll pause that. I'll cut the recording after we finish this, and we'll do the looting check. Might as well do the other one too, since it's in the same system. There's no reason not to do both of them. Won't take any longer, really. There's first guy out. Regroup. Call our fighters real quick. Repair and rearm. You see they're going into the hangar, they'll refit, rearm themselves, and quickly repair. Oh, and Flux is getting up there kind of hard.
Attacking target.
Lower our shields, right around. Back up. Missiles come in. There we go. And let our fire. There we go. That's how pirates should be exploding. And now it's just clean up the small guys. We'll do a full assault so our guys are aggressive and try and chase everything down. If they're all small, none of our ships should really be in danger, except possibly the Gazanti, but I think he'll be fine.
The enemy is retreating.
All blown up. Nice. That's all of them. Wreckage. And we got back exactly what we pretty much what we put out, so that's not bad. Take that. We'll wait a day or so to let some repairs get up. And Vigil got, well, decreases EMP, so currently that. Well, I'd rather him be glitchy than have inefficient flux, because flux is what kills you most usually. So, yeah, we'll disregard that. We got a debris field from that. So the larger the battle is, the higher the chance of a debris field forming, which basically just gives you a second chance to loot what's there. And we already know that one, so that's kind of a useless blueprint for us, but we can sell it for some money. Do that, and our repairs are done, so let's get that other guy. Wherever they went. Did they escape? What is this? Oh, mining station. Those don't have as much high-end loot in them, so those are usually fine to loot right off. Yeah, no way we're carrying that home, but hegemony, Luddics, not bad. We'll take this stuff, take these, and then take that, and I guess we'll take what we can of that. That's a bit of a waste of stuff there, but so we don't have the cargo to carry all that stuff, and the ore isn't too valuable. Take the valuable stuff, drop off that stuff, take that. There. Alright, and then we got inventory. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. Got a Beskar plating mod spec, so, you know, stuff that they make Mandalorian armor out of, we can put on our ships. Give us a lot more armor. And reduces damage taken by 20%, which is nice. Got a tech locator, so you can use these in hyperspace, and it shows you which systems might have technology in them. So a good way to track down like research stations and whatnot. That goes into a special building to build one cruiser. So if you don't have a blueprint for some of these special ships, you can find these so you can only make limited numbers of them. This one goes into a thing on your planets, a industry or a building, and as you can see, what's it do? Supercomputer effect to any friendly colony within 12 light years, so that'd be nice if we do supercomputers. Then these are the blueprint packs, which since we are the Empire, we're not going to really be using them, but they are nice because your home defense fleets use random ships, so kind of having more blueprints to choose from is better that way. And then later on we can, as we find more and better blueprints, we can limit which blueprints they use. So once we find some Star Wars stuff, we can start limiting it so they only use Star Wars ships for the defense fleets. But can't really be choosy right now, unfortunately. But since that other guy got away, which is kind of annoying, I will call this recording here, and I will talk to you guys later. Just don't forget to leave a comment if you enjoyed it. If you want to get a ship or an officer named after you, just leave a comment and let me know. And I will talk to you guys later next time.